Someone's coming out.
17 seconds, and the last time this gentleman was here, it was 2016.
Hey, yo!
He showed us a couple of his albums.
Poorman podcast.
That's what it tastes like before he jumped in there.
What does it taste like?
It's supposed to be like strawberry mint.
It's more like strawberry shit.
Strawberry shit. All right, this is Poor Man's Podcast. Now that we've got the pleasantries out of the way with the strawberry shit, it's me, Jay Moody, and my co-host, Paulie Ray.
Hey, man.
Our producer, Alan Aguilard.
Hello.
And back again, motherfuckers, is Bear Gritty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How y'all doing?
He's about to put out an album
Yeah, this Friday night.
this Friday night.
March 3rd.
With Luna Live. So not only do you get Mardi Gras in the same week, but you get Bear Gritty's CD release.
Yeah.
2 equally important days, unless you're Catholic.
Yeah, the one is significantly more important.
Bear Gritty's release.
Yeah.
We wanted to do it like that the following weekend's Buku Festival in New Orleans. And, with Mardi Gras and all the madness going on, this weekend, figured March 3rd weekend would be a little honey hole right in the middle.
Yeah.
And it's the best thing in town, no doubt, that night.
For sure.
Yeah.
So...
It's also, man, you kind of keep that energy of craziness going. You have Mardi Gras, then you have Bear, then you have Buku.
Yeah.
There's some dudes selling roll pills right now making some money, bro.
Oh, yeah.
That Molly Molly's going out.
Yeah.
They can't produce it fast enough right now.
No. There's not enough sassafras in the world, man.
People just aren't sweaty enough, man.
People's teeth are too big. You can grind them down. Let them do it themselves.
Get rid of them chiclets, bitch. Take this Molly.
Alan, you ever taken Molly?
No.
Doesn't look like it either. Because his teeth are real big. Get it, guys?
Well, I'm
That's
pretty
a
sure
great
Alan.
insult of an audio medium, Polly.
I'm pretty sure Alan can tell you how to make it.
I gotta research it.
Don't. I don't want to end up in any lists.
I guarantee I'm on some lists.
Yeah, I mean, but like Bukkake list aren't the same thing as like terrorist list. I had the greatest.
You
one.
think they're separate?
The other day I was hanging with my friend AJB, and we're talking about I said a Bukkake documentary, and he said Bukkakementary, and I was like, this is the single greatest word I've ever heard. And I kind of want to do a satirical Bukkake documentary. Bukkakementary.
That's the name too. You've already got the title.
Well, the satire part.
Start a new genre.
Music and
Well, the satire part is it's actually going to be a documentary about Donald Trump. Him just shooting massive loads all over America's face.
Yeah.
Him and all
That's
his
the
oil
news every
buddies.
day, man.
Yeah, him and all his old buddies.
Yeah. Yeah, that's every day, man.
Drinking Russian vodka. Pow.
Take a shot, and then he takes a shot.
Yeah, it's like
I saw a
the
video
motherland.
today. Actually, I was watching like different like world tournaments and state tournaments or national tournaments of judo, and Putin is like a champ.
Oh yeah, he's like certain degrees black belt. He's not just like.
Well, I think that he wants to claim more than he is because I don't think there's any more 9th degree black belt.
Well, when you're a czar, you get to do that, man.
But like it was weird because I think he might suck because like he was just training, but like nobody was putting up any resistance. Nobody was trying to throw him. He was just like it was just Ipun after Ipun. I was like, why is he even doing this anymore? Why like he just wants to like stroke his fucking ego?
Yeah, but also those dudes don't want to get buried under the permafrost.
That's true. Yeah,
We never find
So
you.
this
then.
is him doing these things now? Or
yeah, he does that now. He does that right now.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, they're all just letting him do whatever.
Yeah, that dude fucks a lot of
It's
stuff.
Like,
It's
there's like a
Donald
master.
Trump's
He's like, yo, you got me.
Judo handshake that he's got going
Oh, he
on.
pulls you in,
Push
jerks
you
you
in,
in,
and
makes
everyone's
you
kind of
close.
got to like, get tugged around.
What would it be to shake his hand?
Canada, whenever the Prime Minister of Canada went to shake his hand, the Prime Minister of Canada pulled him in.
And I was just saying, how fun would that be? If, like, just to stop him in his pool and be like, "Nah, bitch."
Yeah.
And just look him in the eyes and mash those tiny little hands of his.
Just rub those knuckles together. You know what I'm
Just
talking
like
about?
crunch it until you hear something
Oh,
pop.
yeah.
Yeah.
We'd be like, how's that feel, Mr.
I was
President?
wondering if Trump had given it up by then, if someone had like come along and like solidly convinced him to stop doing the jerk handshake thing, you know, tug him around.
Well, you see, like,
But you can't tell that guy what to do. He does his own.
Yeah, he doesn't listen
he
at
does his
all.
own thing.
Yeah, he's crazy.
But this is the thing about being like a very, very successful businessman, billionaire. Like in those fields, yeah, you are an expert. You know how to fandangle stuff. But like, just because you're really like, there's a lot of people that are very good at one thing that are masters that are fucking idiots.
Yeah. Who's that politician that's a brain surgeon?
The black dude, Ben
Carson.
Yeah,
Ben Carson.
Ben Carson's a fucking brain surgeon.
He's also a New World or a Young Earth Christian.
Yeah, like that's you can't be stupid and be a brain surgeon, but somehow he has these beliefs.
I think he's the geosynchronous, not the flat Earth, though.
Yeah, no, he's
And
I
a
hope
lot
he's
of
not
this
black.
stuff's just for show anyway. A lot of these guys are claiming to be whatever it takes to get the vote, and I mean, that's both sides, Democrat,
definitely.
Republican. I mean, that's politics, man. I mean,
Yeah.
it's sad, but it works. I mean, it's
I don't think you'll ever see true change as long as those two parties are the two parties.
yeah.
And this idea that America is a two-party system, those two parties spread that rumor, that
Those
bullshit.
farties, those two farties.
They are farties, man. They stink.
Yeah, a bunch of
Farties. The two farty system.
Yeah, blue and red.
Blue farts, red farts.
This is the thing, though, too. Like, as much as I'd like an independent candidate to be on that pedestal and have the possibilities, like they also lack the experience.
Yeah.
And in most cases, Jesse Ventura said he'd run in 2020 or in 2020. I'll vote for Jesse Ventura.
Then we'll have two people that have been president that are in the WWE Hall of Fame.
Yeah, but Jesse Ventura's got that sweet ponytail.
Yeah, he's fun.
Yeah.
He'd be
He's a
fun,
fun
dude.
dude.
Maybe we'll go for fun president. I think Al Franken might be one
Yeah.
going.
Yeah, but Al
If he
Franken
gets
wasn't
it
in
down.
Predator.
Yeah, but he was Stuart Smalley.
Yeah, that opening scene in Predator where they're like in the helicopter,
Yeah,
Long
that's
Tall
true.
Sally's playing,
That's true.
and he offers them the dip, and they're all like, "No thanks." He's like, "Bunch of slack-jawed faggots in here."
Yeah.
It's like the best part of the whole fuck. It's like
I'm
sets the
personally looking
tone.
forward to the Donald Trump Kanye West debates of 2020.
Oh Jesus Christ! Expatriation has never looked so good right now. Like
looks so good.
like Uruguay, all I gotta do is speak Spanish, and it's pretty much like what America should be. Okay, I can learn Spanish. Rosetta Stone. It's like $400 for all 3 courses.
I'll go to Canada.
Good luck, Alan. It gets fucking cold up there.
Hey, heaters exist for a reason.
And also,
That's actually
man,
not such a bad idea, man. I think I'm looking to head north myself.
Yeah.
Not Canada, but
well,
north.
see, that's like Uruguay is kind of like. I mean, if you compared it,
It's Southern Hemisphere.
yeah, it's like
equivalent.
they're cold. I mean, it's more like I say, like Washington State
Okay.
or something like that. But also the way that air currents and water currents, like what do they call those?
Like the ocean stream.
Yeah, the streams and then like trade winds and stuff.
The tide.
Pollution from the northern hemisphere, whether it's air or water, rarely crosses into the southern.
Yeah.
And like 90% of industry is in the northern.
Yeah.
So you go down to southern, you just got to speak Spanish. Bam. They have the same like gun roll.
Bam, and then what? What do you mean? What's,
Like, I mean, like it's pretty much like all the same things you have in America. Marijuana's legal there. You can cultivate it. Gun laws are the same. Like all the same freedoms and things, but you just like there's no Donald Trump.
a lot of weird wafer candies.
Yeah.
Some old ex-Nazis.
That's Colombia.
And
That's a little.
America.
That's a little further north.
But they still...
No, they didn't get down to Uruguay, man. They don't. They went to those tropical places.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to get some that Latin pussy. Been killing these Jews.
Florida.
I'm tired.
A lot of Nazis in Florida. We used to have like skinheads that ran around Lake Charles, ride
We
their
did.
bikes with their little fucking boombox and shit.
They got shut down.
You never saw that? You never saw that? I remember that very well, dude. I remember being at Contraband Days like fucking 5
What was
years
playing
ago.
through the boombox? Was it like the Curtis Lowe? What was going on?
Remember that?
If you
Curtis
think
Lowe,
the
man.
original draft of Curtis Lowe said he's the finest guitar when he says picker, if you think he said picker in the original draft, you are mistaken, my friends. And the labels were like, no, we can't use that one. You got to change that word.
What's
The
the...
finest, what does he say? He's the finest picker to ever play the blues.
Yeah.
This is a song about an old black dude that he used to give money so he could buy. He'd give his money to him, he'd go buy wine and play his dobro and play blues for him, and he'd dance. Ronnie Van Zant. But Skinner used to be pretty racist back in the day.
Yeah.
Still.
So I'm pretty sure he didn't say picker.
Yeah.
There's a word that rhymes with that. Use your imagination.
Yeah.
Sticker?
It's nigger. Jesus.
Oh, God. Jay.
I'm just telling you the word.
Yeah,
That's
that
the
is
word. I'm just
That
saying.
is the word. We
That
know what
would be
we
the
knew
word.
what the word was.
You did have to explain the word.
I think it was me. I knew the word, but I wasn't making eye contact with him. I just didn't want to think about the whole.
And as soon as you made eye
Skinner,
contact,
I'm not putting any weight behind
I
it.
thought I needed to know.
I'm not putting any weight behind it. It's just a word when you say it in that context.
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
not using
We
it.
did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a terrible, terrible word.
Yeah,
Just
there's
to
a
hear.
lot of them, man. That's one of the worst.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, there's some words that people tell you are terrible, but they're fun, like cunt.
Cunt can be fun, but cunt can also like hit.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
wrong
Oh yeah, no. it's-
chords sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like a sharp note.
As long as it's not personal or specific.
Yeah.
You
You,
can use it
can't say
everywhere.
that word out of passion.
Oh, yes, you can.
I mean, you can.
You'll
but-
probably
Like-
lose
like-
whatever debate you're in.
Yeah.
Or like out of passion, like while you're getting laid, and just be like, "Oh, you cunt!"
Yeah. No.
Should be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
That's a mistake.
I
man.
was friends with
That's
a
it.
girl that confessed to me that she liked being called cunt in bed.
Was she
Each
Jewish?
their own.
Yeah.
Totally.
And like,
That's not really. I mean,
well, like
that's what she's into.
Yeah. I mean, words hit the eardrum.
I want to know how she
different,
learned that. Did somebody try one time? And oh, I like this.
One of my coworkers the other day, I went to get something out from under the cash register. I think it was a bus tub, and she wouldn't move, and so I pushed her, and so she hit me really fucking hard, like in my ribs with her hip. And it threw me over, and the first thing that came out of my mouth was, "You fucking bitch." I didn't, because I'm used to talking like that to my cooks.
Yeah.
So I said that to her, and I was like, "Oh shit!" I was like, "I didn't mean that." And she was like, "You fucking meant that." I was like, "Yeah." So I just sucked all the air out of the room with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. that poor lady. I can't believe you would do that, Paulie.
Yeah.
It's not fun when the tides turn, the room turns on you, is it?
How you doing, Polly?
Yeah.
Shut up,
So
Colin.
we got some advanced copies of Bear Gritty's album here.
Yeah.
Yep.
So can we expect to see an album release that's called Flex the Consciousness?
Flex your consciousness. We've been saying that a lot since you said it on here.
Yeah, in the album here, in this EP, there's a lot of consciousness flexing going
Yeah.
on.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
It's pretty much just me coming out and saying, look, I'm a bear with this consciousness, this awareness, and I got these words and these beats, and we kind of talked about this last time a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to just get it all out there, get my species leveled up,
Mhm.
get myself personally progressed, and sure, yeah. I'll take
Which is
that.
especially
Another
important in today's society.
Absolutely.
I see a lot of bears getting taken down for nothing. Just
Well, it's all around me. You got the what's that? Secretary of Education.
oh no!
this fucking
no.
lady.
Woman's up here, talking about we need guns in school to protect schools from bears.
Oh.
Guns in schools
To protect
Schools from bears. I feel like I've seen that article somewhere too, talking about like that. She said exactly that.
Didn't you?
That's exactly what was said, and I was appalled as a bear.
I believe you posted some statistics on that online.
I did. There was I think it was in all of 2016. Only one, fatality by bear attack, and it was in Canada. It wasn't even in America. It had no fatalities by. You know what I mean? You got thousands of kids getting killed by guns every year.
Yeah.
At home, but no, we're gonna focus on bringing guns into schools because of bears.
Because of bear attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think there's guns in school. Like, I'm not anti-gun by any means.
Me neither.
Responsible gun ownership, yeah, I feel like that's a privilege to every citizen that can pull it off.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, there's going to be some turds. Not every apple's ripe,
Right.
But you don't need... I don't think you need firearms in a school unless it's by someone trained in firearms, like a
Exactly.
police officer.
Yeah.
That's his job to patrol that school during its hours, and when kids are showing up and when kids are leaving.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 cops. you can't spare 2 cops for a school, you got too many cops. Or you don't have, I wouldn't say you don't have enough, but you're doing shit you shouldn't be. Right. Speed traps are not as important as children.
Absolutely. If they're going to be somewhere, then put them at the school.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? Or, I was always up with the idea of having like a like kind of like fireman, station house, like you just sit there and you wait until somebody calls you, and as a cop, I think it should be, there are more fatalities on the road as a cop, every year than, with, a gun, knife, whatever. So if more cops are dying on the road, driving, doing whatever, wouldn't it make sense to like take them off the road, have them sit, wait for the call to come in, and then go where they're needed? I mean, I think response times for fire departments are better than police departments anyway.
Oh, without a doubt.
Well, it's also, I mean, the whole idea of them being out in that car, and because let's not be coy or like naive about it. A lot of what they do is revenue generation. To be honest, it's not protect and serve.
Absolutely,
it's to maintain a budget for that police department.
Right?
Well, isn't that called? Aren't they called commissioned police officers?
I mean, most cops. I'm not exactly savvy to the details.
Right. Oh,
but I do really, I'm not a cop. I don't know how they get paid. I don't know how it works. But I'm just saying, like, if you want to sit on the side of the interstate and try to catch somebody speeding at the end of the month just to make your quota, fuck that. Go to a school, give the cop his own office, and he just stays there all day.
Well, growing up, we had a
and
it's even more his own office whenever I was a kid. Growing like in high school.
And if that cop's kids go there, even better, because he's that's his shit. He's more prone. He's gonna be a little more protective, a little more diligent, a little more observant. And that's a good thing. But to put guns in, like, for a teacher or a gym teacher, because you think a fucking bear is going to get it, don't try to blow smoke up our ass, lady. Because that's what she's doing. That's bullshit. Yeah. She's just trying to make, like, these weird conservative arguments. And then liberals do it, too. You get too far on either side, it's shit. Yeah. And especially, like, that lady is a billionaire and a young earth Christian. If you're a young earth Christian, I respect your right to believe that. Just know what you believe is bullshit. I'm sorry. There's 10,000 years old. Fucking suck the fattest dick you can find.
I'm okay with people believing that. That's fine.
Yeah,
bears. You don't want to know what bears believe. We do some crazy shit, but it's about imposing that belief on somebody else. It's about conforming all your politics around this belief and trying to force it.
It becomes an agenda at that point.
Absolutely, and that's what's repulsive. Whether you're a liberal or a conservative, it doesn't really matter. I mean, if you're forcing this shit on people, it's like, I
usually fall, man, I don't sound like a twat, but I usually fall in the libertarian, that pool. Look, man. There's a lot of people that say libertarian, they're usually kind of twats about it, or they're just like I got my land, and they have like that "Don't tread on me" shirt and all that shit. Like, I'm not that guy. I just think, like, look, if you're not hurting other people, ripping people off, damaging other people's property or public property, I don't give a fuck what you do.
Right. Yeah, as long as you're not hurting yourself or others, who cares?
If you want to hurt yourself, man, I'm not particularly opposed to that. I
As
realize that's a sad fact, but that's also not my business.
But also, like, if you were of sound mind, hurting yourself, that's...
Well, this is also the thing. Like, man, this is kind of a dark way to think about it, but your death is really the only thing in this life that is your own. You get to own that. If somebody wants to go out, it's not my choice to pick. Yeah. I understand it's sad and it sucks, and yes, sometimes just like help will get them out of that mindset.
Yeah.
But it's also not my choice, it's theirs. Because it's their life.
I saw an Onion article the other day, and it was like the title of the article. That's about as far as I usually get. Sometimes I
I never read them. I just like read it and see the picture.
And then just keep moving. But this article, it was like, fireman saves 3 children from fire, or nihilist fireman saves 3 children from fire, then apologizes for prolonging life. I was like, that's perfect.
Yeah, the nihilist, man, that's a hell of a view. It's just like that whole, like, what's the point? What's the point? The point's have fun, man.
Yeah.
Get out there, get a little high, get a little drunk.
I don't know if it's like, I don't know if they say, like, what's the point?
From,
yeah.
I feel like that sometimes, too. I mean,
so everybody's going to go back to the dirt where you came. That's not the point.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
if you sit there and focus on that, you're hindering yourself.
Well, that's actually true nihilism, is accepting that nothing matters. And I'm going to be nerdy as shit about saying this quote if you can name where it's from. If nothing you do matters, all that matters is what you do.
I don't know. Who said that, Alan?
Angel
from Buffy, this season. Angel. All right.
The season ends.
I thought you were gonna be like Doctor, or like Neil deGrasse Tyson or somebody with some weight, but no.
Not
all
so
right.
much.
Joss Whedon.
David Boreanaz.
Joss Whedon wrote it.
Joss Whedon.
Are you sure he wrote that episode?
He did.
You looked it up before you came here spewing that shit. A vampire, fictional. With a soul, that's not important, Alan.
You can't be a vampire and have a soul.
That's the definition of what Angel was. He was a vampire with a soul.
We're not going down this fucking road. But
Hold on, just wait.
The fictional character said this.
Point.
Hold on.
Could Angel go out in the sun?
No.
Did he have a reflection?
No. Well, no, he didn't.
No. He didn't have a soul. He was a liar.
No, he was sold by gypsies.
Gypsies can't just go handing out souls willy-nilly.
They gave him his old soul back.
No, I'm going to need to talk to Joss Whedon about this because
we'll get Joss Whedon on this podcast.
Actually, funny.
Get him on the Skype
Joss
right
Whedon's
now.
here tonight. Come on in. That was dumb. All right,
dude, I would have peed a little. I would have fangirled the fuck out.
I'd have peed a lot.
Not because of Buffy or Angel, Alan, but because of Firefly.
Firefly. As long as you didn't say Dollhouse.
No,
I was going to say Dollhouse.
Elijah Douche.
I've never even seen that show.
All right, well,
You guys are.
this is what happens when you hijack it out.
Yeah, I know.
Bear doesn't even know what's going on.
Look, man,
Go back.
it's a lot of CW. You're better off without it.
Yeah, I don't do the TV thing, so
Yeah, good, man. We have a TV. There's no TV in my bedroom.
yeah, my cave is pretty sparse. It's like
Do you read?
yeah. I mean, that's
Good.
That's part of the early stages of the blossoming consciousness was reading and
Stuff like the Siddhartha.
no more like billboards and things I was passing by and just picking up along the way. But eventually things panned out to where I was getting a little bit deeper. I was getting a little biblical, getting a little
Get into that Hemingway and shit.
yeah. Some.
George R. Martin.
There's more when people just leave along the way.
It's right behind him. That's why I said it.
You got some. One of the ones that really affected me was Dharma Bombs, Kerouac, and so it was some hiker left his Kerouac some old hippie and here I am just really getting off to it, man. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. So. I love reading. I love writing. Started painting in my cave. I think, as far as I know, the first bear to do cave paintings.
Painting, I would guess, regardless of species, painting can be quite cathartic.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
You just get in there, and once you figure out, because there's so many techniques to it, but once you kind of got an idea of your own, dark, then light, then dark again, it's really fun.
Yeah, layering and music came after the painting.
Painting's one of those things too. One of the funnest things is when you find out how to cover up mistakes. I don't like that, and you reblend the shade of gray that you did around it, and then redo the details. That's when you get kind of proud of yourself. You're like, yeah, I got that shade just right, bitch.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean that's it. I'm doing some shading right now, and it's a nice big piece I'm working on. And it's like you said, the light to dark thing, and a second ago I said that the painting came first before the music, and music actually I would say came first. The sound came first, and then came the paint, then came the beat, and the ruckus. The stage.
Usually, audible is very, very hard for us to ignore.
Right.
So I heard a rumor that you brought a cave. You brought, your own little special cave on stage lately.
No, not at all. I haven't done anything of the sort. But, I do definitely feel at home in the cave. I would not be opposed to transporting my cave to a show. It's actually a pretty good idea. And so maybe it's just going to take a lot of work to move the cave, but
Yeah.
I'm more comfortable in the cave if I could get it to the club.
I've been thinking. I was
Be
thinking
right at
about
home.
this the other day, just online or however you find them, taxidermied animals, because live animals, with the exception of yourself, that's kind of hard to keep a deer on stage, you know.
I don't know about this. I'm not sure if I like where we're going.
Or maybe just like a little squirrel for your
Taxidermied
aunt.
animals on stage,
Yeah, or just
buddy.
Alright.
It's been suggested. I had
It
to
was
say,
just a thought, man.
No, I mean if
It
I'm
wasn't
gonna
the best one I've had.
I'm gonna bring bees on stage, live bees.
What, this is gonna be the third? Because I requested off for that, man.
I'm making
I fucking
notes.
get stung by bees, bro.
I'm making notes.
There better be a hell of a show.
Bees or at the top.
If I was you, I'd just put bees question mark.
You
don't know how it's gonna go yet. Like for sure.
Use one of those Spanish. Use an Terrebonne.
Terrebonne.
I know you live here, Alan, but get out.
Is that the upside down?
And Terrebonne is a exclamation point combined with a question mark.
Terrebonne.
It's used to denote sarcasm,
Okay.
actually.
Oh, fancy Alan.
Jesus, I didn't know you were a literature major. Or would that be grammar? English, whatever.
It would be grammar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Phonics.
You see how fast one
That's
now
good to
can
know.
turn. We're going really good with the bee thing.
Terrebonne?
In Terrebonne.
Yes.
That's all right.
I like the way the word ends.
Yeah.
It's like they're interrogating you with weed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Get the interrobong.
I like to tear up a bong.
Oh no, God, no! Please don't.
Please don't.
Yeah.
I don't
throw
want.
me in the briar
This is
patch.
the strongest
Yeah.
weed ever. It'll make you completely honest. All right.
Yeah, I guess I have to.
One time when I was in 3rd grade, I shit my pants and threw my underwear away, and they're like, "All right, this weed's too good.
Goodies.
We're gonna need you to go a little more recent." And you're like, "All right, 4th grade, I cheated at kickball.
You cheated.
Still not recent enough. Like we were talking about like a couple days ago when you murdered that lady. Oh, I didn't murder that lady. Like, damn it!
He's telling the truth. We know. We gave him the truth weed. We gave him
What's going on over there?
the honesty kush.
Yeah, that's Was she here? No, this cat's weren't here whenever it
Yeah,
came.
you weren't living here last
No,
week.
yeah, I
Yeah.
haven't seen the cats yet, but they were
Yeah.
advertising their.
Hey, whoa, man!
Come on.
The same.
look
I
delicious.
feel
We
like
stopped talking about taxidermy cat or taxidermy animals.
Yeah, I
You
feel
can't
like-
eat the cats.
the reaction you had to that—that's the reaction I just had, man. I didn't like
It
it.
just made my stomach turn a little bit thinking about taxi. I usually will attack. You know, when
Bears gotta eat. I get it.
exactly, and attacking a taxidermy animal is just
This is actually exactly why we won't let Alf on the podcast.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I'm cool. I mean, I'm not going to attack your cats.
What the two
But I
that
want
we
to think
have?
about it.
I don't think Raja's in here. Raja's the older cat, the black one.
She's right there.
She's
Probably
learned to be
watching
afraid
from
of
afar.
bears.
She has no reason to. She's never seen a bear, Alan.
Yeah.
And that one over there,
the
the
white
little
one
white
looks
one.
much more appetizing.
Yeah, she's
Marshmallow peep.
She's
Yeah.
like a parrot, dude. I can just put her on my shoulder and walk around.
Yeah.
She's getting kind of big though. It's getting
She's
annoying.
getting bigger, but her face looks like it's staying the same size. It's
Yeah.
tripping me out.
Yeah, she's my dude. When she was a kitten, like little bitty, she might have been the world's most adorable cat.
She's cute, no doubt about
But she's
it.
still fucking adorable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's like approaching being a cat, and that's usually when they're kind of like, all right, you're a cat, you're not that cute, you're cool, but you're not that cute.
Yeah.
She's just keeping this like childlike, whimsical cat face. Where it's like, she's like Puss in Boots, man. When he's like, she's got this adorable little eyes. She's also a fucking turd and a half, but if you eat either,
Yeah.
if you decide to eat one, eat both.
Yeah. Just get rid
Yeah,
of them.
exactly.
Oh,
None of this. I
No
won't.
reminders.
Yeah, because whenever I have two, they play with each other. They don't fucking bug me all day. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
I'll leave the cats alone.
All right, I
Where do
appreciate
you
that.
where do you stand on dogs? Do you eat them? Do you?
If I have to, I mean, that's more of a, I'm a caniform. just
Yeah,
like
so they're more
dogs,
family
we're-
members.
We're a little, but I mean, a wolf goes down just as well as a chicken. You know what I mean? At the end of the day,
Yeah.
it's all protein, and I'm all good. So
More meat to bone ratio too.
Yeah.
You're not doing as much picking around. That's why I don't eat crabs, man.
Yeah.
Well, mainly because I'm allergic. But it just seems like a lot of work for a little reward.
Alan, I figured out how to murder Jay.
I already knew this.
I'm not gonna eat that fucking crab if you give it to me.
I just take, just don't let me cook.
Alright,
for you,
well, I'm not
because
gonna
just
eat any food
try
you
it.
cook, bro.
Yeah.
I'm doing single ingredient entrees around here now.
Only
How
eat out of
allergic are you
cans.
to crab?
That's not gonna kill me. This makes me very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Oh, so you just don't like crab?
No, it makes my chest and throat hurt.
Yeah, it's because you're about to cry. That's what that is. Because
No.
you don't want to eat it.
No.
You don't have to eat it.
I mean, I don't like it. They're bugs.
Jay, you're a grown-up.
I don't eat it.
You like crawfish?
I do like crawfish.
They're bugs.
Yeah, but they're bugs too. I realize that I'm being quite hypocritical in this thought.
Do you
This
like,
pattern of thought.
shrimps?
No,
Okay, good.
They're the
'cause
worst.
They're the dumbest bugs.
they're the worst.
They just swim backwards all day, and I think it's
That's
because they
Only
don't
crawfish
care to
is
think
in
about
there.
swimming forward. Hey, how about a smoke break, you guys?
We're 30 minutes in. Yeah, all right, let's do that.
All right.
Smoke break!
Ibogaine is, ayahuasca is roughly 5 to 10 hours. So you get out of it. Ibogaine is like catatonic but conscious for like 40 hours. You can barely move, but you're tripping your fucking dick off. And it keeps you awake for like 35 plus hours in the 40s.
That's...
Well,
So,
it's
we're
very.
back.
Yeah, we are back. Now we're back from our smoke break. Now we're talking about drugs again. No, but Ibogaine is like, ayahuasca, this assumption, you kind of go outward into the universe. And you see the mother serpent. A lot of people see that. And, you kind of get your own trip. Well, Ibogaine is very similar, except it's like straight inside.
Right.
Like instead of going out into that universe, you go into this universe, which I imagine is very similar.
Same thing. Yeah,
You're
that's what
flying
I'm
through
thinking.
space,
Yeah.
but it gets dark. It shows you the things that maybe are stifling.
Ibogaine, you say?
Ibogaine.
Sounds like an aspirin
No.
type of brand of
Alan, can you look that up for me, please?
I began.
Ibogaine. Yeah, it
Yes.
sounds like something pretty, harmless, but no.
No, you make the right tea. Take a couple days off because you ain't going into work, motherfucker.
Ooh, that sounds... I don't know if I'd be down for that one.
Well, dude, I like
30 to 40 hours, is that what you said?
yeah.
That's a commitment.
I mean, that's 10 hours, that, I don't know, 30 to 40 hours.
Like, you're gonna poop in your pants. You're gonna
I don't know how
you
the
might
purge
be
goes.
sitting in it for like 25, 30 hours. You know?
Yeah.
That's why you're gonna poop and pee in your pants. And you're sitting there for so long. You're just like, I have to. I can't move.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what it does to the
Okay,
bladder and bowel.
Ibogaine is a naturally occurring psychoactive substance found in plants of the
Lips.
Apocynaceae. Yeah, Apocynaceae family, such as some more Latin. And it is a psychedelic with dissociative properties. And is currently not approved for any medical uses in the United States.
It's illegal.
Primarily, research indicates it may help with drug addiction.
It like rewires addictive
Yeah.
properties in the brain.
Yeah.
Like
As
heroin
does ayahuasca.
addicts. Yeah, both
Yeah.
of them. Heroin addicts go like cold turkey after that. They're just like, I don't need it. I don't even want it. Same with like cigarettes, all kind of shit. The Ibogaine's usually for like more like
It does have the
repressed memories, like people that may have gotten like molested or something as a
its
child.
chemical structure is very similar to.
Don't you fucking nerd out.
No,
on me,
get
right?
science on me. I wanna
Yeah,
hear
come on,
this.
Bill. Now let's go.
Hold up. Well, I don't know off the top of my head, so I'm going to do it again. But its structure is very similar to other psychoactives.
Okay.
Its chemical structure.
Like DMT, things of that nature.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Dimethyltryptamine.
Yes.
Yeah.
we try to.
It definitely has.
Yes.
It has that amine group in it. Definitely. It has an
Okay.
amine group, a
Yeah.
benzene group, and some other stuff.
I was at my old house and I could have grabbed the rest of that DMT and I fucking forgot it.
I didn't know we had more.
I do
I
have
won't do
one.
it again. I won't.
We tried it
No.
and we didn't get the blast off because we didn't have the proper equipment, so we decided to wait. We are going to do a podcast dedicated to DMT and our experiences with it when we get that blast off. But we might not do it here, Popo. Now they don't know. I tricked them. You know?
Oh,
By DMT, he means
Duck.
No.
duck meat,
Stroll.
duck meat, and Twizzlers.
Duck
That's
meat
what he
Twizzlers.
meant.
That's
Duck meat and
exactly what it
Twizzlers.
means.
That's So you were more than welcome to join us for DMT.
No. Well,
Yeah.
no, he said he'd never do it
Duck
again.
meat is wonderful.
It is. It's the
Twizzlers are
best.
okay.
Yeah, I'm not
Twizzlers
a
are
big
the
Twizzler
okayest
fan, but
candy.
the duck
Yeah.
meat, I'm here for.
To the restaurant I work at, sometimes they do like special stuff for parties and stuff. And these people ran out the bar and they made like, it was like duck breast with the fat still on it, wrapped in bacon and baked. Jesus, the people didn't eat. They didn't eat any of them. The people that were in this party didn't eat any of them. So we got to eat them. I ate like 5 of these. And I was just like, this is the best bird that's ever lived.
Fucking Cajun's Wharf, the kitchen over there.
Are those duck tenders
They're fucking delicious.
with that raspberry sauce?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. You gotta get that
Haven't
real
tried,
shit
but yeah.
though. Don't fry it, bake it, man. Jesus.
Yeah, no.
Except for like seafaring ducks. I like pond ducks or skimmers. There's like 3 classes: of skimmers, divers, and seabird, like sea ducks. Sea ducks taste like fish. I would not suggest it. But other than that, duck is goddamn is a superb bird.
It's
That's a band name.
It's such a superb bird that it's a not pate. What's it called?
Ghost
The
flow?
liver.
Isn't it like
Foie gras.
foie gras? Yeah.
Foie
I was
gras
gonna
is
say
illegal. Like
say
actual foie gras.
wuss is what I was gonna say.
Actual foie gras is illegal in several states.
Man, fuck that. It's
Well-
delicious.
Well, no. The reason why it's illegal is because they force feed.
I know what they do. Yeah, they
Yeah.
force feed a goose. Actually, it's not a duck.
You're right, it's not that. It's
Thank you.
Ugh.
So, duck's still the superb bird. It is just duck fat in general.
For eating, as far as like in
They're cool pets, too,
in the
man.
food chain.
Yeah.
Not so much. Pike eat them and shit. If your bird get eaten by fish, you took a step backwards. It's
Yeah,
not
I've
the way it's
seen the
supposed to go.
birds, the ducks that you put the rope around their foot and they dive and they'll grab the.
Yeah, people train them how to catch
Yeah,
fish and
yeah.
shit.
That's trippy. That's kind of cool.
Dude, I watched this video of these dudes in, they're on the Ganges River, and they trained otters to fish for them. And they have these otters on leashes, and there's like 6 of them, and they raise generations of otters, and they just dive in, pull the fish out, put it in the basket for you,
Man, that's what I need.
and they just do this.
That's what I think everyone.
And then they
needs
don't
one of those.
they don't eat
Yeah.
any of them, but when they get back to the village and they start washing the fish off and getting them ready, the otters get to eat first.
oh yeah.
They feed
So,
them first,
if
but they
you
only
give
eat
them
like
in-
2 fish each.
Yeah.
So now these people have like 200 fish because these otters are badasses. They eat good in that village.
It's like if you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. If you teach a man to fish, so on and so forth. You
give a man a
teach 6
fishing
otters to fish. You're chilling.
Yeah.
You're
Cock
happy.
Village
back.
is chilling.
You're probably gonna get tired of fish.
Somebody needs to go over there and show these dudes how to make like a good mojito. Or I meant julep. And they can just chill back in that with their mojito, but like, keep doing what you're doing.
You
Otters.
know they know.
Daddy's gonna smoke this joint, probably take a nap, we'll float downstream. Y'all got it.
And they make
Can't do
their
that when
own
you're
stuff
actually
over
fishing.
there,
Bro,
bro.
they got their own.
Yeah, they don't give a
Absolutely.
fuck.
I'm gonna lick this frog and I'm gonna feed it to you.
Dude, I watched, they have the Wildest series on Netflix, and it is a beautiful series. But they have Wildest India, and they do a whole thing on the Ganges River. And because they burn bodies at the edge of the water, that's what funerals are there. The Ganges River is the most polluted river, but it has, well, except for like the couple rivers in China, but it has so much like probiotic bacteria, like you find in almost the gut, that it's the cleanest water on the planet.
That's
But it's
crazy.
the most heavily polluted. But because it has so much bacteria, they'll eat plastic. There's bacteria if you leave it in there long enough.
So you don't want to go in that
Terrifying.
water.
No, it's clean. It's perfect for people. It's like the good kind of bacteria that lives on your skin and in your gut. But it's just like at an exorbitant rate.
That's intense.
There's people bathe in that shit and drink it, and there's like no episodes of dysentery or nothing.
Cray Town.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
It's weird though because of that there was also an episode of River Monsters that there's these giant catfish there that like to taste the people because they eat the corpses that are burning on the edge of the water, and they get like 8 foot.
Bear, would you ever be interested in doing a hunting television series?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm pro hunter, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you should be. Everyone should be.
Yeah,
Only
You have the deepest
very
relationship with your food.
uneducated.
Except hunting bears, I'm not really.
Yeah.
I don't think that should be.
That's not necessary. Though.
Yeah,
Game
completely
hunting,
necessary.
I'm not a fan of. But
Like
like
trophy hunting?
trophy hunting,
No,
not really.
if you're hunting, it should be for you to eat,
or
That's what
for
I'm thinking,
conservation.
Yeah.
There is
or for
conservation.
conservation.
Yeah.
I
Well, usually
guess
that is whenever actually trophy hunting.
it takes place.
Most.
It makes more money than actual
Yeah.
hunting as far as conservation
No, I'm
goes.
talking trophy hunting for the sake of I want to kill this animal and put it in my wall.
Because if it
Only
wasn't for
that
trophy
reason.
hunting, there was just, you know how many of those cases though? There's several dozen
Well, no.
species of African like
That-
megafauna that would be gone
Yeah, that's why I
if
was
it
about to bring
wasn't
up,
for
like,
that mentality of
because
trophy
of
hunting.
because of rich white people that want to kill something.
I'm sure there's rich black people that want to kill something. Don't put that.
Yeah.
on.
All right, cool.
Racist.
Rich people that want to kill people something.
Rich people usually want to kill people too.
Yeah, but they're like you said, that's the good way of doing trophy hunting. All the money they spent thousands of fucking
Well,
dollars.
that's usually usually that money goes into conservation.
Yeah.
Like to hunt a bighorn sheep
Mhm.
in North America, or to hunt like the pronghorn antelope. Dude, it gets in the area of like $400,000 people spend on these tags or auction. That money goes straight into conservation. That's a lot of fucking money.
Yeah, and that's good, but I'm like, fuck that. I'm just gonna jump this fence and I'm gonna take one of them.
Yeah, but when you do it, they're
Antelope.
not like, "Where's your permit at, buddy?" They're
Yeah.
like, "Damn, that bear
Oh, shit,
just
how'd that bear get here?
that bear just took that sheep,
This is
man."
a fucking Serengeti, and this
Gone.
bear just murdered that thing.
Yeah. I mean,
Like, was he wearing a tuxedo?
they get slow whenever they put fences up.
They get comfortable.
Yeah.
Comfortable usually equals slow.
Yeah, feet are fed.
Wasn't that's the thing, dude? The more comfortable you are, the slower you move.
That's it.
You know, which
That's why I'm
it's
always
always not a good
quick.
place to be.
I'm the
Yeah.
most uncomfortable person in the room, generally. So,
So I'm not just talking about naturally occurring your comfortability. Say it, Alan.
Comfortability.
Comfortability. There we go. I had such a hard time with that word just now.
you did.
But like whenever you make yourself uncomfortable about like if there's a goal you have and you stress yourself, make yourself uncomfortable, you're usually going to get up and work on it at least.
Oh yeah.
But if you're like, man, I'm pretty good where I'm at with it right now, you're probably not going to finish it.
Yep.
That self-induced uncomfortable like, what you doing right now, bro? Can't lounge. You got shit to do. You're like, no, I don't. I can lounge. Bitch. Get up. That dialogue in your head, you know. And that's why they get caught inside them fences.
Yep.
Because they get comfortable. That was a rant.
Yep.
Sorry.
I mean, you know, it translates into music. Yeah.
It really does. No.
Yeah, it does.
I mean,
Try to- you
any
write-
art, really. I mean, you
Yeah.
get comfortable, and you know, it just doesn't come out as well. It doesn't come out as honest. It gets contrived.
Yeah, convoluted. This is the thing, though. Obsession is uncomfortable. If you're kind of obsessed with what you're doing, you're always going to be uncomfortable.
A bit. I mean, to me, obsession is a bit. It's kind of like having an itch and scratching. The itch might not go away. That's the obsession, but you can scratch it. And it feels good to scratch it.
Yeah, but that's also taking action for it. That's like if you're working on a painting and you're obsessed with it, and you get up and add another hour to it, that's scratching that itch. You're like, all right, I'm good now. It doesn't itch. But you know tomorrow, shit's going to itch again.
Absolutely.
The perpetual
That's the
itch
itch.
is a good thing.
Yeah. Keep it itchy.
Keep it itchy.
Keep it itchy.
So what episode are we on? One more time.
15?
So Poorman's podcast, episode 15. Keep it itchy.
Keep it itchy,
Keep
man.
it itchy.
Can we get a Bear Gritty shirt that says "Keep it itchy"?
Man, I don't know about keep it itchy, but
Or maybe a meme. You know, whenever
I've
like
got
that.
some shirts, and I want to bring you guys some. I need to get y'all sizes and everything, but I've got some shirts. I gotta save the ones I have right now for the March 3rd show. So I didn't.
Okay, well, where can people get these shirts? And
Well,
they can get them there.
Just at the shows right now, which I got shows. Got one March 3rd at Luna Live.
Mhm.
That's this Friday night. March 17th at my place.
Oh fuck
Which,
yeah! It's Alan's stomping grounds. He loves that fucking place.
Uh,
Don't bitch, you love that place.
Oh,
My place?
Yeah.
That place is dope.
March 25th back at Luna. Again at Luna for Luna Live. April 1st I think
You're doing that with us.
you guys.
you're closing
Yeah,
this out.
the April Fool's show.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just
And
kind of
then-
like what we're gonna do if we can't get enough time for comedy. Like if we can't fill up 3 hours, we're just gonna call you every time, man.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be like, hey, man, I'm pretty sure Bear will do it. We just get him paid. He'll do this for sure. And that way, we don't have to create more. We just do what we've been doing.
Yeah.
Oh man, we have more than just Psychicon to announce at the end of a podcast now. That's
Isn't it the
cool.
end?
No, I'm not saying it's the end.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's over.
We do have some days on CypherCon though. But anyways, what other days do you have there, sir?
I just found out about this one today. I think it's April 21st up near Jackson, Tennessee. I'm playing the Greenlight Festival.
Expanding.
So this is my first out of town show. I'll be driving a little ways. It's a little camping deal.
It's camping.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So you just like get your ticket, bring in your tent,
Apparently.
stay for the whole show. How long? How many
Apparently.
days is this show?
I'm not exactly sure, man.
Because I don't think I have shit to do in April. Oh, never mind. I got like the April Fool's thing and
well-
CypherCon. But you said that's 420 around the day of 420.
Yeah.
We don't
That's
have either of those. Like that's what we're doing.
yeah. I mean, because
Yeah.
we
Y'all
do.
can go do that.
You're going to do it too, Alan. We're going to go
Ooh,
up there and record
yeah.
a podcast, special 420 show in the woods with Bear.
Maybe Bill
Dang.
Murray will show up. You never
Dang.
know.
Yeah.
That
gonna be
sounds
awesome.
epic.
You got a hybrid,
sounds
Alan,
perfect.
dude. We could come
I
back
do
the
have a
next day.
hybrid.
We could find a tent, bro. We could sleep in the tent, come back the next day. It would cost
$1 million, but
like
you know what?
like
Epic.
however the tickets are. Then like between the three of us, like $100 to eat and put gas in your car. Not each, like all together.
And I could introduce you to Captain Kenneth Kirk. It was the individual who introduced me to Quan, who's the individual who introduced me to my elevated consciousness.
Oh yeah,
So
see.
So we might have to have two people. We might have to have a Bear Gritty
There we
and
go.
what's his name?
Captain Kenneth Kirk.
Captain Kenneth.
Yeah.
Dude, we got the
He's the
table
captain
out.
of the runaway rocket ship. So
You can plug in your
he's,
car.
he's definitely an
To run
integral
this?
part of.
We could do this, Alan.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh no, we're doing it. We're definitely doing it.
I'm
For sure,
sold, bro.
dude.
Yeah.
We're-
I mean, it's
Quest
already
off
been
tomorrow,
like, it's
man.
already been
Established.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we don't do it now, anybody that listens to this will be like those fucking pussies.
Yeah, did you guys do that?
Everybody's actually gonna.
I mean,
blame
Bear
Alan.
went up there and did it, but we didn't. Cause
Oh, I'm
Alan
there, man.
didn't
Yeah,
wanna.
you guys come hang out, man. I
It
might
has nothing to do with want.
might be able to swing a couple more free passes and.
Oh my shit!
Yeah, come on,
Man,
Alan.
yeah, dude, for sure.
Alan, it's like
Alan.
you got time to save, son.
Alan, just do it. Hey, let's all tell Alan at the same time that we just. No, we're not. No, it doesn't need to be in like unison. Just
No.
everybody talk to Alan
Alan,
about
do it.
it.
You
should do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Alan.
Hey,
You really
Dude,
should.
it's
man.
such a good
Alan,
idea.
Come
I
on,
have
bro.
flashbacks to like the
Come
first
on.
time someone tried to make me
really.
do weed.
Alan, well, you can't.
Not
Don't.
really any reason to not do it.
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Did you
It
not?
literally took one person saying, "Hey, why not?" All right.
What the fuck did all three of us just do that for?
Yeah,
Them.
Alan,
One
we
of
just
us
gave
could
you
have
so
done
much
it.
attention.
Yeah,
And I
we've
appreciate
required
it.
your presence more than anybody probably ever has. Just now. Nothing.
That's
I'm
wrong.
joking. I'm
That's
joking, man. No, but Alan, yeah, we're doing that.
April's gonna be fun, man.
Yeah.
April's
Yeah.
looking like a fun
It's gonna be the
month,
best
too.
month of your
Yeah,
life.
March
man.
is rocking. Tomorrow night.
Yeah,
Oh, we
it's
got
gonna
some
be up.
wrestling.
It's gonna be
Wrestle?
up.
Yeah, this will
Way
be out.
after, man.
Yeah.
It's, this podcast.
No, this will be out this week.
It doesn't
This is
matter.
where-
It doesn't
this is
matter.
gonna
I don't
Thursday.
care
Tomorrow
about
is the wrestling match, but so if you made it, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm so stoked right now. It's been crazy. It's been fucking stressful.
Is this still happening at y'all's house or happening at some?
It's happening in the backyard of my house, dude.
Yeah.
It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be so fun. There's so many people coming.
We'll finally have a
I'll
reason
be
to
there.
drink that Everclear.
Oh man, I'm getting trashed. I'm getting trashed.
She's getting hammered.
Did you
drunk.
work all day the next day?
Yep, I'm the hillbilly high flyer, dude. I can handle it.
Oh,
Good for it.
this
Huckleberry
is
Ray,
this
I'm
is good.
stoked.
2 good months in a row, Alan.
Yeah.
You know, especially when the three of us are up there in Tennessee with Bear.
Yeah.
You literally only have to take 2 days off.
Tennessee is the best too. I love Tennessee.
I will pay for the gas.
I will drive your car.
No, you won't.
y'all want to listen to a song?
Yeah.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
know last time I played the first 3 tracks off the album, I figured maybe
Play the other 3?
Before?
maybe the 4th one.
Yeah.
Let's listen to a song.
I hear a lot of people talk about bears. I hear a lot of people talk about bears. They talk a lot of shit. Bear don't really care, I got my own thing motivated by my own dream. And I could give a shit what another motherfucker thinks. So drink, motherfucker, drinking if you know the words. Sing, motherfucker, singing if you got the nerve. If you thinking that you brave enough to consume what I serve, then drink, motherfucker, and if you drive, don't swerve. And please be careful of bears like me. All too often car crashes destroy bear families, so be aware. Alert and awake, be present. And work for the sake of having enough, then give the rest back. I know it sounds tough, but that's where true wealth's at. So while the program optimizes the track, I'll be like, I hear a lot of people talk about bears. I hear a lot of people talk about bears. All of Bear's songs are so simple yet so different. Bear's disposition is so civil, I'm magnificent. You're gonna like me more than a little, I'm legitimate. I make the kind of music move them haters to ambivalence. Look, there I went. Who knows how much time was spent coolly calculating every single rhyme I spit with just a beat, baseline, and sparse filament. I prove within the Bear world there is no equivalent. So while the program optimizes a track, I sit back, relax, dip into my honey stash, then smash the damn track when the program's back. I verbally assault the mic, a violent bear attack. Yes, it's calculated, still it's natural as fuck. You better roll when you're tough, and that proceeds from the duck. Unless you're wanting to buck, in which case you must want to get struck down. I hear a lot of people talk about bears. I hear a lot of people talk about bears. I hear a lot of people talk about bears. That's what's happening now. That's right. I hear a lot of people talk about bears.
Back, and that was one of Bear's tracks from his album that he's releasing March 3rd, this fucking Friday.
Yes, I
I hear a lot of people talking about bears.
I hear a lot of people talk about bears.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I believe Paulie said that's his favorite track.
Favorite so far, yeah,
So
man. There's
far.
a couple more that we're gonna hear, but you guys don't get to hear them
Yeah,
Well,
until you buy the album. Yeah,
Yeah.
of course, buy the album.
For sure, dude.
yeah.
How much are you
fun.
selling these bad boys for?
I'm not exactly sure yet. I think they're gonna be
$100?
$7-8, something like that. It's some off number, but there'll be a nice little deal for the T-shirt.
We're probably going to use this as the picture for this one. Is that cool?
Totally.
The actual album art.
Yeah.
Because it is... you also have T-shirts that match these. I think we talked about those earlier.
Yeah.
This is a dope, iconic, like that guy said. It's definitely... It's a picture you can look at, and anytime you see it, it will be associated with you, for sure.
Right.
No one ever...
Yeah, I think we'll do a little miniature as the logo on all the. I plan on staying independent. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll go.
So you get to keep
but
creative control.
Yeah.
That's as a musician. That's usually, man. And also, if you look at the Grammys this year, Chance the Rapper won one independent
totally.
with no features.
Yeah.
First time that's ever happened.
Yeah.
And he's been offered, and he's like, no. I'm
Is
successful doing what
Obviously,
I want to
they've
do.
got
Why the
a
fuck would I
whole
want to?
Didn't Kendrick Lamar win when he was in Top Dog?
I don't
think this is the first independent rap album
Was it?
to ever win a Grammy. If I'm
may
not,
have been nominated. I don't know if he won.
Yeah.
Well, if it was a.
It was probably a
I don't know. It
nomination.
might have not been completely independent.
Yeah.
Thing, but I know it was Top Dog Entertainment, which may be like it's not one of the major labels.
Yeah.
but independent. He's
Yeah.
an independent artist. He owns all his own rights.
Okay, then yes.
He's like like true independent. Like
Yeah.
him, Wheeler Walker Jr. He's completely independent and crazy man. Dude, also that album of the year. Have y'all listened to Wheeler Walker Jr.?
I haven't.
Oh, dude, he does parody country. We'll show you something whenever we leave.
Yeah.
We'll show you one song before you leave, just so you get an idea what it is. It's very blue comedy.
Yeah.
But if you look at like you're also kind of last time we talked about paradigm shifts in this city. We'll talk about it in music now. If you look at music, this year you had like 4 obvious like Grammy album of the year people: Beyonce, Adele, all this. But then the 5th one was Sturgill Simpson.
Yeah.
For writing probably looked at me like I was crazy. Yeah, he was nominated. He got country album of the year, but he's nominated for album of the year. And this guy, he sings about psychedelics, and he really kind of, and he almost seems like there's a movement in country music right now.
Yeah, there's definitely
getting back to those grassroots of it.
Yeah, I love country music. I do not. I absolutely hate. I hate
Fuck pop country.
Pop country should not exist. First of all.
No.
iTunes should not be writing fucking country music.
Well, up until recently, I feel like the last great, like the good country guy, up until what's been happening the last few years was like Garth Brooks, because he had some good killer ones. And then before that even goes back further before him, but then now you have like Sturgill Simpson,
White Buffalo.
Yeah,
There's so
White
many.
Buffalo. Yeah,
I'm a fan.
That's country music.
Eric Church. I like Eric Church.
But that's a.
Eric Church is like the closest to poppy country I like.
Well, if you look at every genre's kind of gone through its revolution.
Yeah.
Hip hop.
Yeah.
It went from. I feel like hip hop's going like the same thing that country's going through. Hip hop's going through it. Because at first it was more thought out, more poetic. Because doesn't it mean like rhythm and poetry? Isn't that what rap means? Yeah. You had like Run DMC and Public Enemy, and then it kind of went through like
this club rap.
Cash Money, like everything's about acid
Pussy
shaking
money,
and chains and shit.
Yeah.
We get it. You can rap about your possessions, cool. But then it's also getting back to this point with guys like Chance the Rapper, even though he does have his hooks that are kind of like materialistic.
Kendrick Lamar, you have Childish Gambino,
You have Hobson, you have that's the equivalent to Sturgill Simpson, White Buffalo, The Devil Makes Three, this whole thing.
Yeah, well, and bluegrass has gotten really popular, I've noticed, recently.
Yes.
And I grew up on bluegrass. Missouri, we have bluegrass. We used to go to bluegrass festivals. We used to go, like, they have Hillbilly Days. It's Father's Day weekend. Every single year at this park called Bit Springs State Park, and they have a bluegrass festival at that motherfucker.
Is that why you're...
And it's so dope. I'm obsessed with bluegrass music.
Is that why your wrestling character is the
Huckleberry Ray? Yeah.
Missouri had a heavy influence on you, bro.
I'm a hillbilly kid, man.
Mountain folk will find a way.
Yeah, son. But and
Make a
fucking
weapon
Mark
out of
Twain is
toothpaste.
worshipped in Missouri.
You mean Samuel Clemens?
No, I said Mark Twain. No.
Fuck your real name. Only pen names here, sir. This is Missouri.
Fucking Sam.
Yeah.
We're on half of a first name basis.
If I'm not mistaken, Missouri is where the origin of catfish noodling
Came from, yeah.
It's crazy people.
What the fuck? That's
No,
a
not
sport
crazy,
now,
they're
son.
awesome.
I respect that as a
No,
sport.
I respect it.
I saw a
I'm not
dude
doing
catch
it.
like an 80-pound like flathead in like 3 foot of water, and it looked like he was going to die. I was like, dude, you can stand up. That's the whole time I'm watching this, and he's like, this fish is so strong. And I was like, this is a sport. This is more a sport than NASCAR right now to me.
Yeah, no.
There's a guy shoving his hand in a fish's mouth, like a big fish, and going like, I'm pretty sure I can hold on. I might drown.
I definitely respect the shit out of people that do it. I'm never going to fucking do it.
Why not?
I would like to.
We're going noodling when we go to Tennessee, damn it. Put it on the list of activities.
Noodling in Tennessee.
But that's something something I've noticed recently is that like my interest in country music has
Increased.
by a ton. That's pretty much all I listen to is country music and bluegrass now, and like I listen to a lot of punk, but I listen to so much more of this like country scene that is starting to like blossom. It's very, very early for good country musicians to be coming up, like the White Buffalo, or I mean, fucking Old Crow Medicine Show. They're bluegrass, but they show up very rarely on country music, like radio stations and like CMT and stuff.
Who's that fucking guy? Chris Addleton? Stapleton.
I've never
that
listened to
fucking
him.
dude, man. Right now, because he was with the Steel Drivers, and that was like a country folk band. And now they do like most of the hits he's writing. He did a show with him and Justin Timberlake, and it was Mom fucking B. See, Country Music Awards. I was just like, I saw it on YouTube. It was like suggested. I was like, all right, YouTube, I'll trust you.
Hold on.
And then I watched it and I was like, Jesus. If Justin Timberlake put out a country album, it would be awesome because he nailed it. There's a more like old rockabilly type stuff. But he had like an old rockabilly feel to him, like, kind of like young Elvis.
Yeah. I'm stuck on Hank Williams myself. I can't.
The original Senior?
Oh, Senior. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. That was the guy that kind of paved the way for a little darker acts like Johnny Cash and stuff. People know, he was like a few 5-10 years before he started his career. 5-10 years before those dudes. Yeah. Like Jim Carter and stuff. He's the first guy to kind of do that.
That outlaw country kind of vibe. It's not all about broken hearts. Sometimes it's about
Jesus.
People. Yeah.
Country music used to be pretty much gospel.
Who was Willie Nelson came after?
Yeah, well, there were
pretty much all the Highwaymen kind of came right after Hank Williams Sr.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like he kind of made it okay to be like a little more risque.
Right.
Not even risque, just grittier. He
was more honest.
It was like watching a western, like with his music, or with like Johnny Cash's or
Willie Nelson,
Hank Jr.
It was really the two dudes that kind of started that was Hank Williams Sr. and Conway Twitty.
Yeah, Conway Twitty really.
Conway Twitty looked like Unknown Hinson.
He looked like my grandpa.
Yeah, he looked like the bolo ties and shit.
Darwin.
Those two dudes, they kind of, and then after that you have like Johnny Cash, Merle Haggard, Chris Christopherson, those dudes.
Yeah.
That's a cool generation for country too, man.
Yeah.
Well, that's like Steve Earle. Like he sings fucking Copperhead Road, which I hate that song. But he also has songs like Ben McCulloch about a dude who hated. Like it was basically.
Alan almost dropped his beer.
So Ben McCulloch is a song about a guy who was like in the army during the Civil War, and his general's Ben McCulloch, and he hates him. And it's just like this song about how Ben McCulloch like used to brag about stealing souls and stuff in the Civil War. And it's like, it's such good music. And it's like, but Steve Earle also wrote Copperhead Road, and it's really hard to think about that when I listen to that song.
So what is it that draws you to Hank Williams?
I'm not exactly sure. I mean, the simplicity of the music. I mean, how moving it is in its simplicity. There's something. It's just something about the quality of his music. I don't know if it's ever been attained by anyone else. Maybe I think maybe Bob Marley. Something about songwriting in this just raw and simple form. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's something that I haven't heard very often in artists. It's an honesty, a level of honesty that I kind of, his grandson Hank III, I think does a great job of doing that as well. I mean, he's so honest, he's so raw, and I mean, to me that's as good as it gets. I don't care what kind of music you're playing. I mean, if you're gonna give it to me,
Super Joint Ritual.
Yeah, man.
He was in that band.
Yeah.
With Phil Anselmo, who played guitar in that band. Not a bad band. Not a good band.
Yeah, Faith No More was another one that came to mind when I was thinking about just brutal honesty and just putting it out there.
That's fair, yeah. Well, those dudes, like, they don't get credit for it either, but, like, if it wasn't for Faith No More, we probably don't have Red Hot Chili Peppers. We don't have a lot of bands, because they kind of mixed elements of hip-hop into rock, and then thrash and metal and punk. Right. They kind of... They were those first, like the first rock dudes. They were like, "Fuck genres, we'll do whatever we want."
Yeah,
Just Turn the distortion pedal on. Let's
Yeah.
get this.
Rage did that too.
Yeah. They're kind of the same time. Rage Against the Machine, I feel like in rock, is other than like the Beatles and the Stones, that is the most influential band that has happened. I mean, you have Pink Floyd and stuff, but like Rage, nothing since like they came out in 1992. No artist has done the shit that they've done. Like playing on Wall Street, shutting down the MTV Music Awards. Like they didn't give a. They were like actually like not just singing songs about it; they were doing it.
Right.
I'm jealous to one of my good friends to this day because he got to see Rage's last show at Voodoo Fest, like 2008, 2007. They did a live show at Voodoo Fest, and he was there, and I'm like, "Fuck you!" Every time I see him, I just think that, "Fuck you."
Doesn't sound like you're a very good friend.
Is Olive a friend?
Yeah.
Olive's your friend?
Yeah. Well, it's
I would
it's a
be
jealousy.
happy for him, man.
No, I'm happy for him, but it's just like
Doesn't sound like him.
No.
I'm joking. Oh, well, maybe Rage Against the Machine and Tool. They both kind of. I'm a
Tool.
Rage guy more myself for sure.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm for sure more Rage than Tool.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, just yeah, I'd say so too. But damn,
I like them both a lot, but
yeah.
I could never get into Tool
I think like
No.
or a Perfect Circle.
what about
Neither
I'm
of
not
them.
as big a Perfect Circle fan, but
Yeah.
Tool is something special.
yeah.
Tool is.
I'll make you a
it's-
mixtape.
It's something.
He's going to take you to prom later.
Is there going to be some Stained snuck in there? I'll only accept a mixtape if Stained is in there at least. For
I don't
one
know about
song.
Stain with Corn will definitely be.
No, we can't do it. Not gonna happen.
Okay.
Not this time.
Okay.
Go with BBK. That's a good song. Hey man, Korn was also like they started new metal really.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
And
they
became-
were, and then they became like the Nickelback of new metal.
And then became a Christian rock group.
You know another band that we
No,
talked
they
about.
didn't become a Christian rock.
They-
No, that was the guitar player.
Okay, that's what it was.
Another band that did never, dude, like because there's a lot of bands that kind of lose you at a point, you know.
Yeah.
Like Incubus is probably my favorite band of all time, like or at least a band that I've listened to the most out of everything, like Science, Make Yourself, One of You, even Fungus Among Us, Girl Left the Murder, and I just kind of like, they went away.
Yeah.
For me, they're still just as popular as they ever were because they appeal to a different audience now. But for me, it's kind of. But Deftones never missed a step.
Yeah.
No one's ever been like, I used to be a Deftones fan. You've never met like if you like Deftones, you like Deftones. It's not going to change.
But I think that Incubus that they don't really adhere, or they don't really. Okay, adhere is incorrect. That's not the word I was looking for. I don't think that they do a very good job of staying current.
Yeah. I'm not knocking it. I understand.
Well, but that's something
I understand growth as an artist is important, and if you
Well,
go
you
in
know
a different
what's
direction,
happening. You know what's happening? Deftones never reached the level of success that Incubus did.
right.
And so, like
they've
we
been
were
like
saying
right
before,
under it.
Whenever you get comfortable, you don't really, there's not a reason to work as hard, not a reason to produce that product that is the example of what your struggle is and what's going, whenever Science comes out, those guys were struggling, man.
Oh, yeah, they were
on
like-
the
they were
road,
like 20,
grinding
too.
it out.
They
And
were
then-
probably younger than 20. That's
By
when they were like the
time Girl Left
19.
the Murder comes out, Incubus is. They're set. Each and every one of them is.
I'm gonna be kind of a shithead though, because I'm a Dirk Lance fan. Yeah, the original bass player. I'm a bit.
at the
He's,
same time.
Did I have the same bass he has? Like
Right.
the Warwick Streamer Stage 2.
Yeah.
Huge fan.
No, they're great. And
But after that, it kind of lost because at the time I was a bass player, and that's when it lost it for me because they brought in Ben Kinsley, and he was the guitar player for the Roots. Also another phenomenal band.
Roots
I fuck with the Roots hard.
Roots are
Oh,
legit.
C 2.0 is probably my favorite song of
Yes,
all
I know.
time. I think we talked about that before.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's when it kind of lost it for me. But you're right, Deftones never had that success that Incubus had because after
Underground
I think it was really after
successful, but-
Drive. After Drive, when Drive
Yeah.
came out, that's when Incubus went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because before that, like Pardon Me and then like the Certain Shade of Green and stuff, these were their singles, and then Drive comes out, and so like they're real like their first more radio friendly acoustic song. You're like, all right, these guys know how to write a fucking song.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I still think they're songwriting geniuses. It's just like
So, what groups have come along and attained the success and then maintain that creative output? Like who?
I can't think of it. There's like older bands that are still kind of doing it, but like Metallica, I just listened to their new album.
That is alright.
It was really good.
See, they have a handle on staying current. They follow music well enough that they know what to tweak and what to change about them to stay original and
still
stay Metallica.
I think they totally should.
See, I didn't,
and I think they've been shit for a long time. But
I don't disagree with that.
I'm also not giving them an honest listen over the past probably decade or so.
Well, see, I wasn't a big fan of Saint Anger.
Off to them, and
wasn't a big fan of Saint Anger. Their last studio attempt. This newer one, it's definitely more.
What about the Beastie Boys, man? Didn't the Beastie Boys stay?
Damn it! Yeah, they stayed relevant their whole. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. How rare that is.
I mean, I actually I was going to. I wander as far west as Austin area. As a bear, you got to kind of watch your wandering territory. Yeah. But I was.
New Mexico's not that friendly to bears.
I was gonna go see the Beastie Boys at ACL a couple years back, and they had the cancer. I guess which one of them developed the cancer, passed away?
Oh, Mike D.
No,
not Mike D. MCA. It was
MCA.
Yeah.
And ended up Muse took their spot. Muse did put on a great show. I got to see those guys, and it was awesome and all. But
that's Stockholm Syndrome song they have.
Yeah.
God
damn. They got some good stuff, got some bad stuff. But
it's still not the Beastie Boys, though.
Not the Beastie Boys.
I went.
And as great as it was, just not the Beastie Boys. And really, truth be told, that was the last show they ever had booked. And that was at the end of the Beastie Boys. But they went out as a headliner for ACL.
Haven't two of them passed away now?
No, just MCA.
Just one?
Yeah. Mad Rock and Mike D are still alive. I went to Taco Bell that day, and listen, no, the day that MCA died, I went to Taco Bell with my best friend, and we walked into Taco Bell, and my best friend is not shy in any way. If he sees somebody that he thinks he needs to say something to, he says it. And we saw this dude who was like visibly very upset, and my best friend walked up, and he was like, "What's wrong, man?" And he was like, "Man, MCA died," and he was like, "Yeah, MCA died," and he was like, "That was my best friend in elementary school." And we were like, holy shit. Like, it's crazy. Like, this dude, like, of everybody in the world that we could have ever walked up to, it was this guy who was MCA's best friend in elementary school. He was eating Taco Bell because he was about to catch a red eye up to fucking New York for the funeral.
Oh,
I thought it was the craziest thing, like, that was, because, like, and I'd been thinking about it all fucking day, like, all day. And it wasn't like I really, like, lost a friend or anything like that, but, I like the Beastie Boys a lot.
Yeah, so I think there might not be a funner group to listen to.
Oh no, dude, you can't.
As far as the actual fun and the way you get pumped up for a song, Beastie Boys, maybe Bulls on Parade.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's debatable, but I mean, Beastie Boys are definitely up on the list.
Bro, as far as like all of their songs, name a bad Beastie Boys song.
Look, I will listen to No Sleep Till Brooklyn. I listen to it on Ride to Work.
Intergalactic's my jam, dude.
Planetary.
Well, I mean, Paul's Boutique album is
just fantastic. Yeah, it's probably the best album.
One of the best albums ever made. I mean,
yeah,
it's top 10 for sure. I mean, it's going to be on my list. It's kind of sad though. We're talking about these guys passing, and it seems that a lot of these artists and bands, they go out on top when someone dies, right? Like, one of my favorite bands, rock bands, is Blind Melon. And Blind Melon, I think there are 3 albums, like 2 formal albums, and then 1 like B-side album. And to me, these guys, Sublime is another one.
Yeah, but Blind Melon doesn't get the credit it deserves. Like if you look at Sublime and like Nirvana, it's kind of the same time frame.
Yeah.
Those dudes, they're like, everybody loves Sublime. So at least the songs that have ever been on the radio, everybody knows Santeria. They all know these things. And then Nirvana, same thing. It was like, not many people. You'd be like, Blind Melon. They'd be like, who? I feel like everyone knows who Nirvana is.
Nirvana and Sublime had follow-up hits. Tones of Home was a follow-up. that never really panned out. I love Tones of Home. They didn't have a follow-up off the first album.
Yeah.
So the second album comes out and their single is Tones of Home. Tones of Home, it's kind of bombs.
As far as sales and stuff?
To No Rain off the first album. And the first album's full of just great music, great songs, but there was no other commercial hit on that album. And there was no commercial hit on the second album either.
Just good songs.
Just good songs.
Yeah.
Front to back,
So it's kind of sad when you see like that's the way that at one point, at least maybe not so much now, because at this point it's not in labels' hands anymore. It's in artists' hands.
Right.
Good.
Like if they want to go to a label, that's on the end of the artist. They're not gonna be like, fuck yeah, made the label. They'll be like, oh, let me watch a YouTube video, see if I can figure this out myself.
Yep.
Because I really only need like a distribution
distributor.
deal. That's all I need. I can put this on iTunes, all this stuff myself.
Yeah,
just gotta get a tech guy.
Booking's good too.
Yeah. I mean, also
booking agents exist outside of record companies, and you can.
But they do. And then if you get one of those good road managers who gets a percentage as opposed to like a setup deal, because that's the thing. A lot of like musicians use. Like I was in bands, we never fell for that shit where they were like $500. This. No, like they get a percentage of what you get. So the more money they make, the more money they make.
Right.
So you're not getting that like minimum bullshit. Because they're like, I'm getting paid either way. Fuck, I don't give a shit if you get $700 to fly all the way up there, and it ends up costing you more to travel than it is to get the fucking show.
Yeah.
Right.
You might have sold some T-shirts, but now it's that's not the case in music.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I mean, I want to keep everything. I don't really necessarily trust humans to begin with.
Fair enough.
So,
Understandably.
I definitely don't want to sign over, the rights to any, my songs, my words. I mean, it's rare enough that a bear speaks words to begin with. Now,
You're the only one I've met so far.
Yeah. There's
and since I've met you, I've been looking.
Have you seen Gritty Bear?
Gritty Bear? I think I've seen this on YouTube while looking for you.
Yeah. And I found Gritty Bear while looking for myself on YouTube.
That's not
Who's Gritty
narcissistic.
Bear?
See, that's what comes with consciousness, ego.
I'm just saying, if you've never Googled yourself, there's something wrong with you.
I haven't looked myself up on YouTube, Alex. That's what we're
I'm
talking about.
Google. Just Google yourself.
He said YouTube.
Yeah, well, that's where I found Gritty
Googling
Bear.
yourself is perfectly natural.
Okay.
YouTubing yourself, you're a bit of a diva. Because I've done it. I understand. I've done it.
To me, Googling yourself, because you want to see where you are all over the internet
Yeah,
and you're
yeah.
Googling it, that's very narcissistic. Now, YouTubing it is only about specific
What
videos.
platform am I in? YouTube's like, have I ever made a music video? Or like a cooking DIY?
That's the thing, I make music videos, that's all I do. I'm fucking rapping bear, man.
It makes more sense now. You gotta find yourself like, how many views this got? You owe me 37 cents, YouTube. They won't cut you a check for that if you try to cash that out.
Nah, it has to be like $5, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we'll never find out about that, but
But whatever, we're at like 15 cents.
we made it 15 cents. Thank you, YouTube. Yeah, you want to?
Do one more little
Take a
one?
smoke.
Yeah.
Smoke break.
Second, I don't want to talk to you at all, man. She's like, I'll take that though. The bear just, this is how cool he is, man. He just gave our neighbor's kid a copy of his album and a sticker before it even comes out. Because we went outside to smoke, and they were outside smoking. And he was just like, here you go.
Yeah.
And the little girl did not want to speak to him because he's a bear.
He's a grown up.
As soon as he put that CD and sticker out,
It was a
scoop
sticker.
that shit
It was a
up.
sticker.
Yeah, she don't give a fuck about that CD. She's like, this could go on my bike.
Yeah.
I don't think she thought past that is a thing he is handing me. Really, I mean, that's a little girl. She's
She's like, good.
She was like 2.
You see your hand on something, they're like, oh,
She was like, oh fuck yeah.
I'm gonna put that in my mouth.
Chew on this.
I felt less bad about them waking me up at 7 in the fucking morning crying.
Yeah. You,
Damn it,
I made it
Alan.
You
Yeah.
made it sad. You made it super sad that time.
Kids are criers, dude. There's nothing you can do about that.
yeah, it's okay.
Dude, your mom's gonna hear that. She's gonna be like, "What an asshole! My son is an asshole."
She had learned that a long time ago.
You're just reminding her though, and that's not
Alan's mom, if you're listening to this, don't forget to listen to them with Brian Petrie and Chase Toussaint.
No, it's Adam Touche.
Adam Touche.
You sound.
I put the names together. Yeah, I seem like a jerk, but don't forget to listen to that one. I believe it's like number 3. Number 3. You want to listen to all of it in its entirety. Pay close attention, and also whenever you hear keywords like "plenty of fish," check that website out. It's called pof.com. It's going to help you bunches. Trust me. It's going to help you understand your son and bond with him later on.
Yeah, you're going to have a moment with your son because of Plenty of Fish is what it's called, but POF. Dude, we're telling your mom everything on this one.
Can't bleep all that.
I'm just saying. Plenty of it. I fucking hate that service.
Yeah, don't ever use it. It's
a terrible fucking website, man.
It's for whenever you you're.
There's no bears on it.
It's
Well,
for
I mean, there might be some bears.
It's for the kind of chicks that can't. They don't have a data plan that'll let Tinder really run wild. So they're like Plenty of Fish. I'll check it at the library.
Oh man.
That's
What was in that blunt that our
funny
neighbors
'cause-
had?
No, I didn't smoke any of them.
Oh, you idiot. Paul, you hit it, Wally.
Yeah, you have some lively neighbors.
Yeah, they were fun people. I didn't know it's a 1-bedroom. I didn't know there was 8 people in there.
Yeah.
When that door opened with
She was like,
8,
whoa!
8's underestimating, I think. It looked like more like 10 or 12.
There was 2 sitting out on the front steps. I'm like, oh, that's understandable.
I feel like they got their ears to the wall right now. I'm like, that dog is shit.
No. That's a different neighbor right there.
Oh, okay,
That's a different neighbor right there?
Yeah, there's 3 apartments right here.
This is a weird building. It's a house that someone was like, this house is big enough to be 3 houses. And then they did that.
It is.
This is my cash cow. A little sheetrock investment. Mm-hmm.
Interesting business.
Yep.
I'm
What does our
gonna
landlord
make it
look
sad
like?
again for 1 second.
No, don't.
They're better than the person that beat their child every morning.
Damn it, Alan!
I know you live here, but get out.
We're trying
Jay
to
said
have,
that earlier as well.
Yeah.
we're trying to have like a nice, cool last 30 right here with our friend Bear that we're going to Tennessee on 420 with.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
We're gonna probably let's go fishing too.
Yeah, and no child beating.
No,
we're not gonna hit any
Child
children.
beating.
I think everybody at this table is semi-anti-child beating.
What? 100%.
Definitely anti-child beating.
Unless it's your kid.
Yeah.
No, no, don't do that. Unless they go to a restaurant, they won't shut up. Then smack that fucker, bro.
Does beating you with your child count?
Yes.
Okay. No, I'm getting mixed reviews. Take it to Bear. Final judge.
Depends on what the beating is happening for, I guess.
Context.
Age of the child,
Context
too.
is-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Age of child. If the skull has fully formed yet, then I don't know.
I mean,
There's a lot of
I'm not swinging
factors.
soft spots at him, that's for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
If you-
bear cubs are pretty tough. That's a different story altogether. That's why I don't really know what y'all are talking about. I don't know much about.
If a 13
babies.
human child is crying that they don't get their ice cream,
How
To be
old?
honest,
13.
No. Okay, I'm gonna
That's
throw
a little
out.
old,
I'm
I'd
gonna
say,
throw this out. If your child doesn't understand reason, he's not gonna understand why you hit him. And if your child
Yeah.
understands reason, just use fucking reason.
yeah.
That's
the human
something.
adults
No,
that
I
actually need
agree
to
with
be
this.
beaten more
Yeah,
often than the young ones. I don't
No,
know.
no, I am even in discipline, I'm anti beating your child because once you hit a child, that's their bar. Understand, a child, you put them in a fucking corner, that's the worst you ever do to them. That's the worst they experience. So that's literally the worst you can do to me is put me in a corner. I don't want to do that again. That's fucking terrible.
No, you don't want to have this debate with me. Okay.
I don't think we should have this debate at all.
Yeah, at all.
Literally don't want to go down this road. Sorry, guys.
Well, no, that's just I don't.
Yeah, look,
I think we're on the same. I poorly worded it. I think
Yeah.
you agree, Paulie.
all right, yeah. Well,
Don't hurt your kids, folks. I don't give a shit what what kind of shit this generates? Fuck you! Don't hit your kids. It's stupid.
No, that's
There's
what I
no
was
reason
trying to
behind
say.
it.
Don't hit your dogs either, man.
No,
Do you bear?
don't hit people.
Do you bear paw?
The bear paw.
I'm sorry. That's a
Bear cubs, rearing bear cubs is a totally different thing. I mean,
Yeah, that's a different-
Well, you
Yeah.
probably have to hit them a
Well,
little bit.
we don't really call it hitting. I mean, we
Disciplining?
call it. It's a totally different thing.
You just roll them over. You don't.
Yeah,
Like,
you
you
make
don't
them
really. You don't really hit them. You just kind of make
It's-
them roll.
Yeah. And then they don't
Just bite
They
their-
just wake up on the other side.
They
You're
put
like,
their-
"Oh,
yeah.
wow,
You
look
put
at
their whole head in your mouth for a second,
Yeah.
and then you stop.
Oh, that's totally different thing, but it's you're on the right path. There's a lot of
Yeah.
different
That's for
approaches
cleaning purposes.
Yeah.
to rearing, cup. But humans are fucking weird, man. Y'all
Yeah.
just
Was it we can't. I'm gonna be honest with you about the bear thing. You guys cannibalize a little bit.
It's
it's
getting
not.
dark in this room.
I'm just
right
saying
now.
it's not often, but it does happen.
It
and
does.
we
Humans
it's against
do
the
as
law
well.
if we.
Humans
Yeah,
do as
that's
well.
true. That's
So,
very true.
I mean, speaking historically,
But if we do it, we'll
no
go to
animal is
jail.
really above it.
Yeah.
Now, and
You're like no.
and as bears evolve, I think we'll see some penalties for such behavior. But
Yeah. I mean, because
I
that's the
understand.
ultimate way to discipline your child is to eat it.
yeah, or to control, your.
That stops your annoyance.
If you're an alpha, you have a male. You might
doesn't
wanna-
work unless
might
you have
wanna
more
rub
than one.
down on him because he may compete.
Yeah.
At some
He might,
point.
That's
he
your-
might stick that chest out at some point.
Exactly.
He's
That's
kinda
your
like
territory,
that.
bro. Those are
Exactly.
your fish.
But
That's
you
your
feel it
pick.
out. You feel it out. We're not going to just. It's not really the way that it works. It's not the way of things.
I really enjoyed the last 3 minutes of conversation.
So fucking-
Going from beating children to cannibalism. That's a fun progression because at least we got away from the bad stuff.
Like speaking of cannibalism,
Sorry, man.
the people who originally lived here, humans who originally lived here,
The Native Americans?
yeah, they attack a paw.
Yeah, we were talking about
Attack.
this. We were talking about this
Eaters
with
of
Brian
flesh,
Petrie
right?
the other day.
So, I mean, let's not pretend that humans aren't above it. Is all I'm saying.
Oh no, they were very demons. There's
Yeah.
I mean, most of South American culture was largely based off of it, if not cannibalism sacrifices.
Yeah.
So there's
That's
a-
a big difference, though.
Oh yeah, but they would cannibalize the heart and stuff after they cut
Well,
it out.
here's the thing:
Yeah.
cannibalism in Native American culture is a sign of dominance.
Yeah, but it's still.
It's fucked up. Don't get me
I
wrong.
feel like you're defending
I'm not
a ritual because it's Native Americans. There's that
No,
that
But it's
European
not just a
guilt
Native
to it.
American thing, though. It's pretty much ubiquitous throughout
Yeah.
humanity.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Well,
something
there's a
that
difference
prehistoric cultures, prehistoric,
Yeah.
pre-civilization.
We can all agree that it's not cool.
No, it's not cool. But there's a difference between cannibalization as a dominance thing than cannibalization as like.
I need you to explain this difference to me because you.
This tastes good. I want to.
Yeah. I need you to explain the mentality.
They're
Like
not
you
wrong.
have to be able to justify or either justify one over the other without them being exactly the same thing because
Okay,
they are.
so as a ritual, that's your religion. That's what you believe. You believe that this cannibalization will give you some closure in your life or some actual afterlife. In modern culture, if you cannibalize somebody, there's no reason for it. That's your fetish. Okay, that's because
Well,
you
hold on.
human
But
being.
if it's the same person that believes that it's those things that were for the if it's for the latter or the former as
But
opposed to the
also-
latter, but they believe the same thing, there's no difference. This is the thing.
There's
You
no
can't
difference.
justify
How
a
many
ritual.
modern cannibals believe that? Very few.
Well, in Western culture, very few.
Very few.
Let's be clear. Western culture.
Well, no. Even in Eastern culture, as of right now, in Eastern culture, there are very few
Dude,
cannibals.
there's also headhunters stopped 10 years ago there. 20 years ago there. And
But
then in
how-
South America, you still have a lot of the same.
But how exposed are they to modern civilization?
Not at all. And that's why they don't know the difference.
Yeah. So there's a difference between not. No, I'm trying to say
it's the same thing. You're eating a person. Earlier we blasted that lady for being a young Earth Christian because she was like the head of education. But that's not the point, Alan. The point is like cannibalism is cannibalism. Just because somebody doesn't have a religious factor doesn't mean they're not still killing somebody and eating it.
No, it's still wrong.
You can't defend it because it's like they want to expose to this or because it's an older culture. It's the same thing. It's just just because it's religious doesn't mean it's right, and it's just because it's a religion that hasn't been exposed to the outside world.
I'm not taking.
No, I'm just telling you, like that's just because of old religion or old culture doing it doesn't mean it's not the same thing as like you want to talk about Islamophobic and stuff like that. It's the same thing. Just because they don't know doesn't mean it's not wrong.
He's just saying that everybody's done it before.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But everybody's done it. I've eaten a bear. I've eaten a human. I've eaten all kind of. Okay, it's all.
Which one tastes the best?
Man, honestly, I like bird. I just would probably...
Humans are probably pretty gross, pretty fatty, and like greasy.
It depends on the human. They have their diets vary widely, and so. But like, so just like do their taste.
Favorite bird.
Man, God, a wild turkey is probably. It's probably about as good as it gets.
Yeah. You know the most pissed off I've ever been hunting was?
Wild turkey.
We were deer hunting, and turkey was out of season. I saw 12 beautiful turkeys.
Oh, Jesus.
Season.
Yeah, that literally...
Look at the human construct.
Exactly.
You guys are part of the Matrix, you idiots.
Anyway, I know why y'all have to have y'all seasons. Out of control.
There's much more of us than there are.
Yeah, y'all can't.
And our impact is so much heavier.
Just cannot control yourselves.
Yeah, our footprint's a little bigger as far as
out of control, man. What's up with y'all,
dude? If you
humans,
I don't know. You got an outside perspective. You tell us.
Well, I mean, there's some really magical qualities there. Obviously the creativity abounds, but
iPhones.
I mean, at the end of the day, this is insatiable appetite for more just shit.
Yeah.
Plastic fucking, shit. It's pretty incredible. But I love you guys nonetheless. No hard feelings.
As a bear, do you have any ideas for
all of these albums are plastic wrapped, so I'm not.
You're getting right into the culture, man.
Yeah. I have to. Eventually, I'll figure out the most eco-friendly.
Just don't let us absorb you, dude.
Well, yeah,
become one of us.
I won't, but
yeah,
there are certain things I do like. There's a lot of positives too. So that's what I'm seeking to.
Well, I feel like there's some
accentuate
aspects of humanity, like people that just can't be like buried. Like most people are nice people, kind people, and that's like that whole materialistic thing and stuff. That kind of stifles a lot of that because you're more worried about what you're getting than what you're giving. I don't feel like that's the case in the majority because even in the capitalist society that we're in right now, which is everything's fucking an influence. Everything's fueling you. These little ads you see at the top of your phone. You don't know that you're seeing that. You're just like, I'm not looking at that. But your subconscious fucking recorded it. It's in there floating around. And that really, it creates a social stigma where it's like, you don't have time for that. Like, oh, go help those people. I don't have time for that. But even though it's bombarding you on purpose, there's still people that are like, no, I'm going to help those people out. And it's a beautiful thing that people do. We do fuck a lot of shit up. We're okay with just like, oh, we gotta drink that water. Fuck it, pour poo in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer that the majority of humans are good people.
I'd say the majority. I'd say...
No, I will say the majority.
Enough of them.
No, I will say the majority because you only hear from people. The only people that speak out loud are people that want their opinion heard. If the consensus is their opinion, why would you talk about it? This is how the world is.
Yeah, man,
so, the outrageous is what you're
right, but I think we need great people right now. I don't think we need good people.
No.
This is a time for great people. If you're going to be good and content to be a good, run-of-the-mill good guy, I don't know if this is the time, for that. Like, it really is... I'd say a time for, just speaking as a bear, speaking from the perspective of Mother Nature, it's time for people to actually step up, humans to step up and be great.
If you can be a good person, you're a good fucking person. But if you have the ability to be a great person, I think do it. Nail it. Yeah.
Be as great as you can be. Aspire toward greatness. Don't
no
stop
plateaus.
at goodness. No plateaus. And that's just my take on it, man. I love life. I love humankind. I love all the animal kingdom. I love all the plants. I love the rocks.
There's no animal that's being irresponsible about their role besides people. Every animal does what it's supposed to do. Except people, don't get me wrong, as far as intelligent mammals, we have the highest population on this planet. Mm-hmm. We kind of run it. And if you're in charge of that responsibility, to think at any point you can be irresponsible with it is a crapshoot, and you cannot. You know how rare life is in the universe, and so far what we've decided, it might be as common as it can be. We don't know. We went this far, and there's this one hunk of inhabitable place that we know of so far that we can prove, and that's here. And you have people that just that's what we were talking about Trump earlier, man. He's okay with shitting on that, by taking the runoff into streams and stuff, all that stuff out of the EPA that's important to make sure that aquifers don't get polluted and stream stuff, and he's okay with cutting that. It's like, no, we need that, man. There's a reason why we have that. It's because we noticed when we were doing it before, we didn't have it.
So as a libertarian, you're cool with that? You're cool with that regulation?
No. Yes. I'm not in business favor. I think the resources are the most important thing that should be protected.
Yeah.
Everybody's resources: water, food.
Can I pause for a second to check on Alan?
Are you all right?
No, like I said, I have very strong opinions about EPA and environmental regulations, and I can't bring them up.
Why?
Because I'll take over the podcast for 2 hours.
All right, don't. No, just the ones that are there need to be there. There's a reason why every version. Do you disagree, Alan?
No, I completely agree with you.
Yeah. The EPA is one of the most important government agencies.
As somebody that worked,
along with Fish and Wildlife,
I worked trying to keep the EPA in check. Whenever I would do a.
What do you mean check? You're going too far.
No.
Check yourself.
I would do hazard analysis. Whenever you do hazard analysis at a plant or something, the priority is human life, environment, and then way above environment is monetary. So the last thing.
So that's the most important.
No. That's the least important.
Monetary is the least important.
It is the far least important.
EPA.
No.
Rules and regulations.
Okay,
so it goes people, environment, money.
Yeah. People are the most important thing. If you're killing somebody, don't do it. EPA is number 2. I mean, that's not... Look, we get what
you're saying.
Environment is number 2 after people living. And then far above, just way out there is money. Out of every hazard analysis I've done...
You're definitely not the drunk one on the podcast.
Probably. What did you say?
I said you're definitely not the drunk one on the podcast. Probably.
But no, I've done, as far as systems, I've done hundreds of systems.
Don't.
Only one ever came from, production, money. Only one ever did that. But there are some companies that don't do that. And that's always fucked with me. They look at we can afford this environmental release. We can afford it. We can afford the fine.
Oh man, that's stressful. That fucking kills me. Especially living in an area that is so heavily polluted, son.
No, how polluted we are. We can't rebuild a fucking interstate. Because if you were to break ground on the area where I-10 crosses over the Calcasieu Lake, you release so much benzene into the environment, it would cause a environmental disaster.
It's like 5 digits for every minute that black smoke from the stacks are hitting the air. Yeah. And there are some companies that are just like, fuck it, let that shit run for an hour or two.
There are some, they can afford it.
Oh,
that's how they do
man.
it.
Oh, man.
That's why the company I worked for, like, we had black smoke for 2 seconds. We had a meeting.
That's what
going, like, never do that shit again.
I say fuck
And
that
what
shit.
stresses me out is that we're in the safest possible place for zombie apocalypse. And it stresses me out because also we're in the most dangerous place for a chemical explosion that kills everyone from
How
here
do
to
you think
Houston.
you were in the safest place for a zombie apocalypse?
Yeah, also, one of those things is more realistic than the other.
Okay, no.
I think Alaska is probably the same
no.
place. You got the half the year where the zombies are frozen, they can't move.
Right.
But here, we wouldn't have any problem just from the heat and the humidity. Them shits would just fall right apart. They would fall apart.
you
and
just
gotta
After a
go
long
stomp
fucking
in it.
time.
A lot less time than it would take than, say, Alaska. You got to deal with a summer of fucking giant hordes of zombies for fucking
At like
years.
55
And a sparsely populated place. I mean, the least populated state.
I guess Alaska, yeah, but I'm just saying.
You know, the least populated state in the
South
Union is
for zombie
Wyoming.
apocalypse.
Second is Alaska.
Really?
Yeah.
Because Alaska's
Wyoming
a lot
ain't
of
shit
fucking
except
ass.
pipelines.
No,
Yeah, but
Alaska's a
the
lot
majority of
fucking
Alaska, unless you're a bear, is inhospitable.
Yeah. Alright, so you're
Do
living in a
bears like
hospitable area.
Alaska?
They
Like,
love it
what
there,
kind of
man.
bear do they?
Yeah, that's like
They do.
that's the
Absolutely.
place.
That's probably a really stupid.
It's got
question.
all, dude. It's got Kodiaks, regular grizzlies, blacks, bears, and polar bears. It's got all 4 kind of bears, like the North American bear.
Yeah.
Bear. Yeah.
Alaska is
Another bear.
a haven, man.
I feel like that. If I'm not mistaken, that's like Bear Mecca.
Yeah. We make a pilgrimage there once in a lifetime.
Well, kind of like how Native Americans came across the continental bridge.
They
So
actually
did
did.
the bear. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
Not
Well,
all.
Yeah, I mean that's
not all.
bears have known for a long time that humans didn't come.
But there was a species of bear that ruled that continental bridge. That was like 11 foot tall. It's like
This is stuff that I think I
saber
already
bear.
Bears
but,
once ruled the Americas.
Yeah. There's
And I mean, they find remains. I think they're remains of civilization of human, but they're actually bears. But,
Yeah.
I mean, that's neither here
well,
nor
also just the size of the species. Other than as far as carnivores go, only crocodilians have been bigger than you guys in the Americas.
Yeah.
Everything else has been bears. Whether it was like sloth bears, like
there were some large.
you guys are some motherfuckers,
there were
man.
some
You
large
handled
mammals,
a heavy amount of real estate and everything from the Ice Age.
Yeah, I mean, large mammals in the Americas, woolly mammoth.
Is that they call those megafauna? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Megafauna. Yeah. Do you heard about that fucking guy that wants to reintroduce megafauna to England? Wants to reintroduce lions and shit.
Great idea.
Yeah, what an idiot. I'm sorry.
Well, from a bear's perspective.
You're like, yeah, fuck lions. Let's do it.
Yeah, I'll take it on the line any day, man. We'll have a good time.
Mountain
Make
lion or
good time.
sub-Saharan?
Whatever.
Any of them.
Which would you think would be more of a battle, a lion or a tiger?
Oh, that sounds like tiger, man.
I think,
These are
yeah, I mean,
notorious.
Shere Khan.
You know, those are
Put
notorious.
hands on Baloo, dude.
In Asia, those are notorious bear killers.
Yeah, I would say tiger.
Yeah.
I definitely don't want to mess with a tiger.
Have you watched that video?
Like a
of those-
Russian. I don't wanna mess with that. There's something about it.
That cold, hard life?
Yeah.
Where they grew up where everything's frozen. Well, you
Russian bears, but I think we got into this a little bit last time.
Mm-hmm.
Russian bears. Russians and their bears.
they love them, dude.
God.
They're like Labradors.
I would imagine that Russian bears are the equivalent of like Russian military.
There's also like the
But as
forefathers
bears.
of.
Yeah, the KGB bears.
Yeah, the
Cajun bears?
There's a spectrum. You have your run-of-the-mill bear in Russia who just, he's a typical vodka-drinking,
Happy Russian
happy-go-lucky
bear.
Russian
yeah.
bear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unicycles.
Yeah, exactly.
Works. Yeah.
And then you got your militant,
Oh, dude.
militant Russian bear.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to run into a militant Russian bear.
Yeah.
That sounds like dead.
Yeah.
If not, hurt. Just seems like it wouldn't feel
yeah.
good.
Pain.
I'm not trying to get elbow surgery. That's a weird joint to pick. But yeah. Oh man, I think it's time to close this.
Yeah, man.
We've done everything we can do. We've talked about a multitude of topics. And
Let's do some
Mr.
plugs.
Bear Gritty, tell us everything you got on deck.
March 3rd, this Friday night at Luna Live. We got CD release, Bear, also guests Sora, Af the
Don't
Naysayer,
forget to take
and the
take a picture of
Quadraholics. It's going to be a great show. I'm really excited about it.
We had those dudes on here. They were fun, man.
Yeah, they're awesome dudes. I love those guys.
Really hating in
Quadraholics.
Austin.
Yeah, they're great. Really, all these Af the Naysayer, Sora, it's all great folk. All good. It's just going to be a great time. Great night. We also have March 17th at
St. Patty's Day.
St. Patty's Day.
Yeah, and that's not just March 17th. That's
Yeah.
St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, well, I mean, everyone knows March 17th.
We'll celebrate the
St.
exile
Patty's.
of those goddamn servants.
That's it. So St. Patty's at my place. Then I'm going to be back at Luna Live March 25th and April 1st with you guys. April 1st.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
And then and possibly 420.
yeah,
421.
421.
421. Is it
Yeah,
421?
Green Light Festival
Green Light Festival.
up in Tennessee.
You're going to be there, and we're going to be there.
Yep.
Unless Alan chickens out.
And Captain
Everybody, if you hear this, message Alan Aguilar and tell him, go to Tennessee, bitch.
Kirk, go to Tennessee, bitch.
Yeah, we have Sunday Funnies, not this week. It'll be back next week.
Well, it'll
Next
be
week.
back. I mean, by the time this is out, I'm sure
Yeah,
it'll be
yeah.
We'll
out.
be back. Then we
Whatever.
have the April 1st comedy show that we're doing.
And then
Yeah.
Cybercon,
What
then
is it
April
called?
1st
Is there
show.
a name for it?
I don't know if
It
it
was
was
in April or some
Fool's Day.
shit
Who
like
gives a
that.
fuck? We're going to be there. Bear Gritty's going to be there.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah, we're
Sounds
going to have a
awesome.
goddamn time.
Yeah.
We're going to tell y'all some fucking terrible dick jokes, and then he's going to kill it.
We're going to do some terrible dick jokes of terrible improv.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm doing stand-up only. Motherfucker. I'm going to do improv. I'm not an actor.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be a fun show.
It's going to be a good spring, man.
Then we have
Spring.
CyberCon.
Yes.
And then after that, like we said, we'll be in Tennessee with this.
Podcast on the road.
Yeah, fuck yeah, we're gonna do one from the woods with Bear Gritty. We're gonna go to. He comes here and visit us. Let's go to his natural habitat and visit him. Find out what's up.
Let's do it.
Hopefully catch some trout.
Man,
Maybe get a little high.
maybe.
No,
Probably.
maybe.
We're definitely gonna get high because we're gonna be. This is a tent festival, people.
If we bring your name,
Do you understand?
We'll definitely get on.
I'm just trying to get like some of that festival pussy, man. I don't give a fuck if our armpits are hairy. Whatever. Let's do this.
You're setting yourself up for success.
That's the one.
right.
That's the one you gotta be like, all right, I'm done with that. That's not a big deal to me. Oh, Bush, I don't care as long as she doesn't have a mustache. Is that dry shampoo you have, lady?
Don't discriminate. man. Just keep
No.
keep your options open and have yourself a good time.
Yeah, well, what if I met like the girl in my dream and she had hairy underarms? Well, am I gonna like walk away from that? I can't do it. Alan, shut this podcast off now.
Thanks, man.
Do it.
Nope.
Turn it off.
Bye, everyone.
Yep.
Yep.
Bear Gritty!